Hello, it's Monday, September 18th, and that means a lot of things, but mostly it means that this is being recorded between my vacation and the annual NAILD conference convention. Both of those things, really. And that means that it's going to be kind of quick. I promise to catch up on all the detailed bits later, but let's get through the headlines, which are brought to you by Keystone Technologies, specifically their traditional slim wall pack. Traditional in that they fit the same spot a usual wall pack would, and traditional in the sense that you can still get at the driver, and they're still pretty darn bright. But they're slim in the sense that they're just half the depth, which is great for not hitting your head on things and saving space in your warehouse. But let's get into the news. ADLT has brought Cree lighting from Ideal. No details thus far, but the offer does include all subsidiaries. ILX and Norwell have been bought by Elcombe. No details on that. Siemens has shown off a new R&D facility in Zug, Switzerland. The CIE has published a new technical note, number 15, covering circadian and neurophysical photoreception. That might be interesting down the road. President Biden has visited Vietnam for trade talks. In this case, among many other things, he talked about semiconductors and AI, and that might lead to something in the grander U.S.-China trade mercantile wars things that are going on. We'll see. The IALD has named their 40th annual Design Award winners. The Philadelphia Sign Company, a sign company in Philadelphia, has reorganized under a new name to simplify their branding. The Blue Laser Foundation has secured a new round of venture funding. This is Shuji Nakamura's new thing, looking for fusion energy, and he's gotten $25 million to make that happen. Mauro Primutico, the senior VP of sales at Universal Display, has sold over 9,000 shares for over $1.5 million. iMark is celebrating its 10th year in Canada by giving out their member awards. That's cool. The International Labour Organization has called for better and more eye health measures. Some of that is just mandating protective goggles for bits of physical debris, and some of that is for, amber goggles, preventing light debris from getting in there, and that's cool. The Institute of Transportation Engineer is calling for better lighting for pedestrians because complete streets begins with complete visibility. Smurfit Kappa has merged with Westrock, which means that once merged, they will be the world's largest supplier of cardboard boxes. Telink has completed their IPO, which means that the IoT semiconductor maker is now listed on the Shanghai Stock Exchange. In rep agency news, GVA has picked pen lighting for Eastern Pennsylvania, Delaware, and South New Jersey, and Interlux has picked San Juan lighting for Puerto Rico. In legal news, a complaint about softball field lighting is now a matter of human rights in Canada. Victoria, BC softball league is taking a matter of the relative level of infrastructure investment for a girls' team compared to a boys' team to the highest possible level they can, and we'll see how that goes. A man in Rotterdam, New York, has posed as a lighting pro to rob a GameStop. He claimed to be a lighting inspector, and then, when allowed into the actual retail location, into their back room, tried to make off with a tool bag full of merch. He was eventually caught. Anyway, don't do crimes. In event news, the IES is offering their nighttime lighting program. The Light Night webinars are still accepting registrants. The Society for Light Treatment of Biological Rhythms sets their date for their 2024 meeting. It's June 20th to 22 in Prague. If you go to ArcLight, which I am already at time of release, you can walk the Aware Art exhibit, which is a bonus for me and anyone else who went. The US DOE is launching their BECP Energy Code webinars. These presentations will be back up and running on the 21st. And Inova, a presentation of the IES Toronto, will be running their gala on November 9th. In IoT news, Skyx has filed for new NEC standards for receptacles. Fidelity has bought PCE. Lutron has named their Excellence Award winners at the CDA Expo. In market predictions, we have 17% gains for smart lighting, $51 billion for utility poles, and ProTech is creating a new bonding process for micro-LED mass production. In darkness news, rising temps are forcing more agriculture work to go nocturnal. That'll go just fine, I assume. Light at night will kill you slightly faster than light during the day. Mouse metabolism is light-based and seasonal. This is confirming a number of things. Fort Myers, Florida, has experienced their worst year on record for turtle breeding and turtle hatchlings making it to the sea. A Minnesota Night Skies Week includes a spotting session for raptor migration. In horticultural news, Spanish power outages are related to illegal grow-ops, and that means they're straining the grid, which is actually a great case for legalization as far as the author is concerned. But also, hey, maybe we just need better power infrastructure. Light Science Tech has pivoted to a partnership model in the UK. We have a new vertical farm in Florence, Kentucky, worth about $74 million. Solem has launched a new research partnership, both in the private sector and the second sector of academic partners. Signify has grown pineapples indoors, which means if they can now grow coconuts and sugarcane, we can get a pina colada without any rain. In sports news, the Wells Fargo Center has new lighting, and the Texas Longhorns have shown off their new color control system for the entire stadium. In recommended reading, all this on NAILD.org whenever you feel like it. We can talk about lighting in layers. We can talk about this one guy who spent $1,700 on incandescent bulbs. We have a new blog that is worth following about the history of lighting called Radiant History. We have the upside of darkness. We have how to clean your kitchen with UV. Integrators, they're a thing now. A brief history of lighting efficiency. Lighting trends from current execs. Do you need ceiling lights in every room? What local lighting events mean for the national lighting events world. Does Walt Disney haunt this fixture? No, ghosts aren't real. Can check your carbon monoxide detectors. We have the discussion of dusk, dawn, and parking lighting, and a new understanding of UPC's patent case, data resilience and design, and can we ever get along on CCT measurement now? In local news, Pearl, Mississippi, switching to LEDs on the streets. We have a new efficiency program for businesses in Ottawa, Ontario. We have LED and controls incentives for multi-residential buildings coming to Ontario. Philadelphia is picking Acuity as their LED street lamp provider. Hopefully not those purple ones. EMC is supporting the Sanford International Golf Tournament for the 6th year. Texas has $1 million new in grants for rural businesses. Ontario is on the verge of suspending energy rules for certain types of new housing. Manitoba provincial parks are being targeted for exploitation by rare earths miners. Milwaukee is struggling as their street lighting, not just their street lighting, but their municipal lighting project renovations, retrofits, are about to double beyond the estimates. St. Catharines has dropped their seasonal religious display in favor of year-round uplights. And NYC is offering some clemency relative to Local Law 97 for landlords. Delhi is updating 1,400 kilometers of roads, and Nairobi is calling for more microgrid projects. Edison Report has hired Bridget Leary as their new admin coordinator. Android Auto can control the lighting in your house. My Bus Pass can't do that. You can turn a globe into a pendant fixture, and recording artist Moby it turns out, is related to David Melville, the patenter of gaslighting. And that's nifty. Anyway, I've been Scott Wachter. See you at the conference. See you sometime. Enjoy your week. Enjoy the music. Thank you to Keystone. Thanks for a rating. Thanks for a review. Thanks for anything. See ya.
Strong men cry, bold women weep. Your mind keeps turning, you can't sleep. You're scared for your money, scared for your life. So scared to do wrong that you can't do right. You're scared for your children, scared for your health. You're scared of the things that you tell yourself. You're scared for the dollars you just made. Somebody else spent 10 to keep you afraid. Fear is the devil and the devil is fear. You're scared of what them folks might do.
Fear is the devil and the devil is fear.
You're scared of them and they're scared of you.
Fear is the devil and the devil is fear.
You're scared of what your friends might say.
Fear is the devil and the devil is fear.
You're scared from birth to your dying day.
Fear is the devil and the devil is fear.
We wrote this song to set you free. Gotta recognize our enemy.
Fear is the devil and the devil is fear.
Children, don't let Satan in.
Fear is the devil and the devil is fear.
Fall down 9 times, but I stand up.
Fear is the devil and the devil is fear.
Down 9 times, but I stand up 10.
Won't fall for Satan's lies again. Fear is the devil and the devil is fear.
I fall down 9 times, but I stand up 10.
Fear is the devil and the devil is fear.
And I will never be afraid again.
Fear is the devil and the devil is fear.
No, I won't never be afraid again.
Fear is the devil and the devil is fear. I won't ever be afraid again. Fear is the devil and the devil is fear. Fear is the devil and the devil is fear.
Fear is the devil and the devil is fear.
Fear is the devil and the devil is fear.
Fear is the devil and the devil is
fear.